understand it, she came from a duck hunting outfit somewhere in California, and then she was brought into our academy. And the reason we did that, we deliberately went to a bird dog organization because we wanted a dog that, number one, had high drive, and number two, would respond to the hand and arm signals that they instill in these animals at an early age, because we use the same signals they do. 3 or 4 times a week I'll take Kira out in a field, and I'll practice these hand and arm signals and whistle techniques where I get her to run maybe 100, 150 yards down to the end of the field and start sniffing out, you know, it could be trash cans, could be just about anything, looking for an explosive. And so she'll detect it, and when she finds it, she just sits. And so that's her alert to me, and then I'll recall her with my whistle, and she'll come back to me and I'll feed her. So she's a food reward dog as opposed to a play reward. So literally, for her to eat each day, she has to go out and find explosive training aids for me. And she comes back and I reward her with her kibble. So she gets a full ration. She eats 4 cups of food a day, so that's a lot of training.
The Bombdog is a very vital tool to the bomb tech and in our community. Like any other tool, it has its purpose and its place and what it's being used for, utilized for. The Bombdog, or explosive detection canine and team, because it's not just the dog, it's actually the handler as well. They provide information in real time in certain events, especially on sweeps, when we're doing protective sweeps and looking for things, especially concealed explosive events or hazardous events.
People, humans, they process information, eyes, ears, nose, in that order. Well, canine, they process information the other way around.
The dogs are very good in hotel rooms because we do deploy a lot out of town, and they're accustomed to that. But the reason why is because, you know, when the dogs are young, we go up to the academy and we're issued the animal, and it comes to stay with us at our hotel. So for 100 days, we're housed with the dog in the hotel room. And so if there's any issues, they materialize during that time, and we have time to train them out of it. And so by the time they leave Front Royal, which is where our academy is in Virginia, they're very used to being on the road and operating in hotels. That's why she seems so natural in here. She's just as natural on an airplane. She just lies down and goes to sleep. All of the ATF dogs are single purpose. We like using Labradors because, number one, it's much less of a liability than the pointy-eared dogs. The pointy-eared dogs are very effective police dogs, but they tend to be very attentive to their handler. And so if somebody walks up from behind them, you know, it doesn't happen very often, but there's always the chance the dog could try to protect its handler and bite somebody. The Labradors, we've never had that issue. Anyone who's had a lab knows that, you know, they're amiable dogs in any environment. They're not quick to be aggressive. And so we choose them, we want them to be single-purpose animals so that they're not concerned with, you know, protecting the handler per se. Although I will say Kira is a little bit of a good watchdog. If they're overly concerned about protecting the handler, they might be distracted. Like say you're at a concert, or you're working a football game, and there's a lot of activity around you, a lot of people, rah rah rah, and the animal's very concerned about its handler's welfare. Well, I need a dog that's going to be totally focused on the book bag or the, you know, the item that I need to search, and not distract. So that's why we choose to use these animals.
The opportunity and the help that Tom has brought with his canine partnership to the Doña Ana County to assist us in this recent events that have been occurring. And not just Tom with ATF, but also numerous other federal agencies have stepped up to assist our sheriff's office.
Don't forget the local agencies.
And local agencies as well, that have brought forth assets to be utilized to protect the community. The explosive detection crews that have been running around, including New Mexico State University Police Department, ATF, DOD, have been numerous, and it's been very nice to see that outreach to assist us and to help us protect the community and keep everybody safe. So we do appreciate them.